The thing about business events that I think is so exciting is when you bring events to the city, you showcase it to the world. It's about being a thought leadership, being in the midst of where real things are happening.
We have important conversations that need to take place, not only within the discipline area, but also with the wider community.
To bring people from more than 200 countries to come here and talk to each other is extremely powerful.
There's nothing better, I think, than just being in the room. We need to do more to make sure that we get a lot of different people in the room to have those discussions, because that's when you really bring about change.
It is one thing to hear about a specialist in the other part of the world. It's another thing to actually physically know that person via reference to a conversation that you had, which happened to be at that conference in Sydney.
That combination of having the intellectual stimulation, the facilitated networking, and being outside of your regular routine means the ideas just flow. And not only will you hear new ideas, but you have new ideas, and that's critically important.
Being a global ambassador inflicts a sense of pride, that there's a sense of belonging, that the city that I live in is something that I can identify myself with.
I think the very fact that there's a group and that there's a network of people who are committed is the really strong part of this. As a group, we're a really, really strong force.
One of the things that we can do as global citizens and global ambassadors is link into the networks in other parts of the world and bring them back to Australia, but equally take Australia to the world. So you have that lovely way of being a citizen of the world on behalf of Australia.
The world increasingly is global, and the only way to really make the sort of connections that Australia needs to make, to draw in the ideas and the skills and the talents, is to have these global meetings where really people can come and see and interact.
Ultimately, it's about having a good city that attracts good talent from abroad. And Sydney is very well placed. It has a good brand globally to be able to attract good talent.
So I think the nice thing about global meetings is, yes, you get to learn things, but you also get to impart what Australia's doing and then be partners in solving things and say, let's work together on something.
I want Sydney to be a place where people feel inspired and feel like they can contribute to the world.
Being an ambassador at BESydney is really important for me, being able to get the best minds from all over the world together with the great Australian culture. What you can get is some of the best ideas that can really lead this industry forward.
It takes teams of people across multiple cities, multiple countries. My role as an ambassador is to help bring those people together, to bring them to a place where they can share those ideas and actually come up with the new ideas that will make that next breakthrough.
We want Australian industry to take a key role in innovation.
The world is increasingly a small place. Australia needs to be part of that. That is extremely important. We're not going there. They are coming to us. They're not just coming to sit on our beaches. They're coming to understand Australia, to see the great things that we are doing, how we're playing a very substantial role.
If you're going to be asked to do something, and if you're going to be given these great opportunities to be in the room or to be able to learn and to listen from people who've done some really terrific things, then you've got to say yes. You've just got to jump in.
I want to be driving it, I want to be leading it, and I want to be part of it.